Well, yeah, this is something that I hate to admit, actually. I tend to come off as very innocent and, you know, monogamous and, someone who believes in love and wants respect and not to be hurt. But part of that is to admit when you've done wrong, and I am admitting right now that I did wrong. And yes, I have cheated. I've cheated on boyfriends before. I've cheated twice, I think, before, you know? On one of the guys I cheated on, very sad actually. He was really good to me, really kind. He even gave me a place to live out in Stockton. He was a very good young man to me. And stupid me sat there and started falling for the first model I was with. And so I sat there and made up an excuse and said that I had to leave state, move out of state. When instead I actually chose to be with that guy instead, out of a different town. Well, served me right because I didn't very well stick that way because he found out the truth shortly after and found out what I did. You know what? And so I became the asshole and I became totally fucked up. And it was totally my fault. And yeah, I had to sit there and admit to him that I lied and what I did and I was wrong. I sat there and I fell and decided I left him for that model, but didn't tell him. I cheated on him, though. I was with that model. I kissed the model. I got in a relationship with the model while I was still with him in Stockton. And that was totally wrong of me. And you know what? And I wasn't even in love with that boyfriend I cheated on. I don't even think he was in love with me. But still, it was still fucked up what I did. I should never have done that. And yeah, I cheated on him. I'm guilty of it. I also cheated on my second love, the one who destroyed me and hurt me. I sat there and, as much as I hate to admit it, sat there and I had a boy and someone I had a past with come over to my place at my condo, and I allowed him to kiss me, and I kissed him back. And then I even sat there and thought about having sex with him. He tried to sit there and wanted to go and have sex with me. I was honestly really almost gave in to it too. But I finally was able to back off and not let it happen. And had him go home. But guess what? It came out. I kept it a secret too the whole time. But 2.5 years after that fact, my second love found out the truth. You know what? And the reason why I found out is because that person that I cheated on him with and kissed sat there and told him that I kissed him. But he also told him that I also had sex with him, which wasn't true. So then I was put in a horrible situation because how am I supposed to make my boyfriend, my second love at the time, believe me when I say that I didn't have sex with him? Even though he's saying I've had sex with him, I didn't have sex with him. How can I make him believe me when I say that, when obviously I lied to him and kissed him and cheated on him by kissing him before that? So it was just a horrible, horrible situation. And you know what? In the end, I was innocent. I didn't have sex with him on that part, but I wasn't innocent because I did sit there and kiss him regardless and cheated. And that was fucked up. You know what? And I do think really low of myself because my first love I was with had cheated on me. And you know what he did? I would have never found out about him cheating on me. And all he did, it's not like he had sex with someone else. What he did was he kissed another guy. And they touched each other under the blanket down below. But you know what? I would have never, ever have heard about it. Never would I have heard about it or have known. But he came to me at 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning when I was 17 years old and said, I have to tell you something that happened. And he told me the truth. And then cried and told me he was so sorry that what he did was messed up and that he hopes I forgive him. Well, yeah, I totally forgave him. I wasn't mad at him. And you know what? I was so impressed and respected. I respected him so much. I mean, how could he sit there and be man enough to sit there and go to me and tell me the truth like that? And still to this day, that was when I was 17. I'm almost 30 now. It's been 13 years. I still think that he was so courageous of a man. And he's one of the best men as a boyfriend out there any man could have, because he did that. He's the man enough to do that. I wasn't man enough to admit when I fucked up, but he was. So yeah, for that, You know, I really, really have so much respect towards him for that. And you know what? I hope I could be a good man like that too. You know, I am not someone who doesn't believe that, things are never going to happen. I mean, my boyfriend might cheat on me. I might cheat. Things happen. Mistakes happen. But you know what? It's just, you have to be a good man and do like what he did and be upfront and honest about it. Because look, I still respect him for that. I'm not hurt or upset by that him cheating on me one bit because of that. Because of him being that man enough to tell me. Anyways, those were the 2 times I've cheated. Both times were fucked up. I'm not proud of them, you know? And both times I wasn't man enough to do what he did. My first love did. But you know what? I would now. I made that decision. I would never cheat on another person again. And if I ever did, I would be man enough like Josh was. I do and can honestly admit that now. And I just hope that any guy would have the same respect, be the same way for me too. Anyways, that's my honest truth. Again, next.